Hello, hello. I'm looking crazy. I am looking straight crazy. I've been rushing around. We so excited because TikTok is back. TikTok is back. You know it's a shame when something has everybody in the chokehold like that. Excuse me, I had my phone that dropped. My grandbaby, she upset because she deleted it and now she's trying to get it back, and she can't because so far I believe in the like on the Apple App Store, whatever, it says it's not there. You can't do it or whatever. So who knows, honey? I said give it to tomorrow. But she had deleted the app this morning because I started to delete it. No, not really the app because I had stuff on there because I was hoping last night was about 10 o'clock or whatever. I'm on my mom's house. I said, well, I got to get home because I thought I ordered something and what I ordered was not what I ordered. But I thought I'd go home because I'm going to put this stuff on my new computer. And so I want to try to download all my TikTok stuff onto my computer. And then, so when I went on TikTok on my phone, it wouldn't let me. I said, oh, it's not even midnight yet. So that was that with that. Look, I'm looking for some lipstick to put on or something, honey. So, how's y'all Sundays going? Mine is going. I ain't go to church today, but I woke up this morning, my back was hurting me so bad, shoot, I can barely walk. And it's weird when you get these ages, 52, that you go to bed one way and wake up and I was around here, barely could move. I mean, my back, it still hurts, but it's not as bad as it was. This morning, it was horrible. I'm like, God, dog, it just felt like somebody needed to come in and karate chop me in my back real good. But I don't know. I'm putting on some makeup or something. So I'm over here looking crazy as heck. Yeah, so that's how my Sunday's going. And you know, of course, TikTok is back. And I was watching Dr. Heavenly. That's why I pushed the time back. But as we was watching Dr. Heavenly, it's about 12:40 or so. And someone in the chat was talking about TikTok was back. She was like, ain't this something? I'm responsible for bringing TikTok back. But, you know, that is funny how an app can have everyone in a tizzy like that. I mean, I hate that because, you know, other people, you know, they make money from there. That's, you know, their income. And, you know, when COVID hit, everybody found new ways to earn money. So that's a way that someone is earning money. And if the app is down, if the app is down, then, you know, no one's, you know, their livelihood is being affected. And we don't want that for nobody, you know. I don't want nobody's life to be jacked up. I had to move my light, had to open up this drawer. So maybe, I think I left my purse downstairs. Put my makeup in it, honey. So that's that with that. So they sitting there, they're dragging Snoop. I'm gonna call them the Three Stooges, but shoot, there's four of them. I didn't realize it was little Lord, I'm about to say Little Romeo. I'm thinking about when my kids was little and the people they used to watch and listen to. Soulja Boy. And he went online and said, shoot, ain't nobody else that gave me no money. You know, who's actually looking for him to perform somewhere? Probably not too many people. So he gonna get in where he fit in, you know. And so Nelly tried to explain himself, and I thought it was so funny when he said something about being invited to perform, you know, and he had an interview. It was with Willie D from Ghetto Boys. And Willie D said, shoot, you ain't never been invited to perform at a Clay rally? And I'm like, oh. He was like, Nelly said something about America not being a KKK or something. And we know. You know, you can say whatever you want. We know how this country was founded, and we know how it is. We know how our justice is not blind. And we do know that we don't get equal treatment. Oh, maybe I can do I think so, a little bit here. I can't. But I was watching that then. I haven't seen the excuse from Rick Ross. Then people, they were flashing back to what Snoop said, I guess back in 2000 and was it 16 when Trump won? 17 for the, and it's funny because what the tweet that Elon Musk put, and it just lets you know what they really think about you. I'm pretty sure they got paid a pretty good price for being there. But some things I think, you know, people, I don't think it was, you know, everybody said, oh, we're not going to, collectively said, we're not going to do nothing with Trump. Because, you know, a lot of you ninjas, y'all voted for him anyways. And if you didn't vote for him, you didn't vote at all. And I'm part of that 92%. And I'm the 92% that said tomorrow is MLK Day. I ain't fucking with Trump. I'm not watching. That's the main reason why TikTok is back up. Because Trump wants people to be able to stream it because it won't be, you know, people won't be able to see it from outdoors anymore because it's going to be so cold. It's a cold day in hell tomorrow. So they're going to have to carry it into the rotunda. So he wants it to be able to be streamed and people be able to watch it from TikTok. But the whole thing about it is Trump is the one who started this. He started back in 2020. He's the one that started it because he wanted to ban TikTok. Y'all have to pay attention. And now he's the so-called savior. So we know everybody on there is not just dancing. You know, people got livelihoods. And I'm glad it's back up. Honey, I was one of the first ones out there. What song was playing? Something about the fans and the boots or whatever. I'm like, TikTok back on. TikTok back on. Had to run down and tell my son. He's like, because there ain't else to do. He goes, ain't nothing else to do. He's sitting there and enjoying watching TikTok. So I'm going to go ahead and share my stream. We'll get the business to going. But like I say, we shouldn't be tripping about these folks and what they do. Because everybody don't have the same interests you have. And we got Diddy, I'll say Diddy, Rick Fox, Nelly, and Snoop. And what they all got in common? I done been down these rabbit holes in the YouTube social media streets where some people are talking about those three names along with Diddy. Now, Nelly, not so much, but he had got pulled over. Then his charges got kind of thrown out or whatever. Yeah, like all these rappers were snitching or whatever about the whole Diddy thing, allegedly. Then I've heard YouTubers say that the book that one man had put out that was supposed to be the last words of Kim Porter, talk about some rapper, a well-known rapper that had the semen on his back, came out the room. In the interview, that guy said who the name was. In the book, it was redacted. I didn't watch the interview, but I heard it from another YouTuber. And people were writing in the comments who it was, and Chia said who it was. And he's the tall guy of those guys. I don't know how true this stuff is. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't never been around him. I haven't been to a Snoop concert. My dad did. I didn't go. I mean, but I like Snoop. I like his music or whatever. But when Soulja Boy And I'll put it up here in a minute. He showed the stack of money he was paid. Now, I know a lot of us got morals and everything, but if you having a hard time, and it's a hit from up damn near 20 years ago that the man is doing, I think he might have compromised because they said it wasn't like he was there. It was a crypto ball. It wasn't a Trump. It was probably one of the parties that associated with Trump's thing, but it was the crypto ball. So let's get it going. And I think that's, and then of course we're going to talk about Wendy Williams. Free Wendy Williams. Like I said earlier in the Wendy Williams live I did, it's some bullshit. And the woman did not deserve it. And I went over and let my mom watch the interviews. And, you know, when Wendy had started crying, my mom was like, that's so sad, especially when you have sound mind. And even if I was not a sound mind, why can I not be with my family? And I guess that's the biggest issue for me. You know, that someone could be held against their will that is of sound mind. So those are the things. And yesterday was Michelle Obama's birthday. So let's go ahead and me share my screen. Because I was trying to make sure I got everything on here. So we're going to share the screen. And we'll start out with Michelle Obama. And that's our forever first lady. And fashion. She got it going on. And I don't care what people say, because people are complaining that, she not going to the inauguration. She don't have to. Trump didn't even go to Biden's inauguration, but Michelle Obama is an issue? I don't think so. So I'm scrolling through all this stuff. Yesterday I had to save so much of my TikTok stuff because I didn't remember what was all on my phone, and I wanted to keep the videos. So I think I'm going to hit on it, but I don't want it to play because I know it's music in the back. So hold on. Okay. So that's our forever first lady there, full of fashion. Look at her. And it was her birthday. And she said, I'm not spending my birthday weekend and having to go and see a man I don't like and at first have to sit out in the cold. No. She said he won't take my power. She's part of the 92% club, like me and a lot of other Black women. No. You just sat there and talk about me and everything, and I'm supposed to come there and play nice? No. She said, I ain't for the fuck shit, fuck him. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. And I don't care what it looks like, Barack, I'm not going. She didn't go to Jimmy Carter's funeral because she didn't want to sit next to him. Look at our girl Michelle. You know they talked about her like a dog when she was in the office, being the first lady. And she's like, I'm not sitting up here and we got, no, never. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't have nothing to do with it. So there we go. Happy birthday to you, forever first lady. Enjoy your MLK day. Chuck up the deuces and give them the middle finger. That's what I say. And let's move along. So let me go to another thing. I want to stop sharing this one. But it's horrible that people want to, kind of crucify her. I'm like, what? This is the white people. I ain't gonna lie, it's them. Because she's a first lady. So what? Trump was a whole president. And he was such a sorry loser that he wouldn't even come to Joe Biden's inauguration. So I don't want to hear none of that. She said, I ain't for it. I can't see it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I went got my nails done yesterday. In fact, nails and feet. Oh, it felt so good to get my feet done. Oh, my God. And they had got some new chairs in there. I'm like, ooh, that felt so good. So then we go on to, I think I'm going to do Wendy next. And I feel like Wendy Williams' situation, I guess I'm going to be screaming it from the mountaintop because I just don't understand it and I don't like it. And I feel like there should be something we should be able to do, as we collectively go up on our platforms and speak about it, and hopefully that she would be able to at least be with her family and not treated like a prisoner. People would talk about like, oh, Britney Spears, but Britney Spears was never locked away nowhere. She's out there, doing slave labor, making money. Her daddy then was over her. And it'd be different if Wendy was over her, family was over her. She's in there along with a bunch of elderly people that probably are really far gone. And she's not that, that's not her. And so like I had said earlier, she did a couple of interviews. She did Don Lemon, Charlemagne the God, I got his name right, and Jason Lee. And what I took from each one of those is that Wendy Williams feels like she's a prisoner, but yet she has not committed a crime at all. So, and then she was worried about retaliation for her going on to these different platforms because she was afraid that they may take her telephone. And she has a landline. She can't even scroll the internet. So we have to, some people may dislike her or whatever, but she brought the entertainment. And I think it's unjustly that she is receiving this kind of treatment, especially for somebody that not only are they over her health, they're over her money. I'm trying to clean my glasses off because I don't know. I think it's the what do you call it? The berries and juices I put in my hair is getting in my glasses. So like they still a little bit wet, but hey, so we'll go over and we'll talk about that. Then we have some little I want to say some laughable moments. So we'll do some relationship advice from yours truly, Dr. Heavenly. And we have a word from Dave Chappelle. So let's get the show going and we'll keep it rolling rather. And here we go. Let's go. Let me share my screen again, honey. Let me get over there. Share the screen. And we'll go to word on the curve. Okay. So we'll go here, talk about our forever first lady. And it says, a source close to the Obamas apparently confirmed to Page 6 that Michelle Obama definitely won't be attending Trump's upcoming inauguration and is a deliberate choice. She's never been fake. She's never been fake. And she's never been phony. She's always been very deliberate about how, where, and how she shows up. It says the source continued, she doesn't have to unify around Trump. She doesn't have to say anything. Her absence speaks volume. And yes, baby, we're 92%. Well, this isn't much of a surprise if true, considering Michelle Obama was critical of Donald Trump while supporting Vice President Kamala Harris. So yeah, I'm not for the shit. I'm not with it. Forget it. I'm not going. So then we're gonna go over to let's talk about Miss Wendy Williams. And she's doing an interview with Don Lemon, and she's talking about her guardian. And let's listen.
Listen. And not only that, I only have like $15. This guardian person is keeping my money trapped. so to speak. She has all of my money. You understand what I'm saying? But all of the freedom that I want. You know what I'm saying? And through my money, for instance, I would like to go to Sephora. You know what I'm saying? So what the guardian person does is she will call up Sephora, because that's where I want to go, and then I'll be able to buy stuff through my money that this girl, it's a woman, this guardian person. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know my guardian?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Wendy. So where your money is being held, do you still have money in an account somewhere?
Excuse me. No. Look. My money is, I have good money. I've worked all of my goddamn life. My thing about being in New York is I want to work in New York until I have enough money and enough of what I've done in New York that is now time to fly and live in Miami for the rest of my life. And that's always what I wanted to do, right, Alex? And it worked out perfectly, I stopped doing my show on TV, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, it's now time to stop because my money is great money, you know what I mean?
I understand that. People are going to say, well, why does this woman want to, have Wendy in a guardianship? And is she protecting you in some way? Do you believe?
First of all, she's making money off me.
How so?
Alex, can you please talk?
How Wendy, how is she making money off of you?
Well, you're my guardian, so you're making money off of me. Like for instance, when I was in Miami there's some legality things that I am not confident
I understand.
to talk so much about. But Alex, listen, and not only that, I only have
Okay, so let's go back a little bit. There's certain things that she cannot speak about. They say that the conservator or guardian has a, how do I want to put it? She has a gag order on her, so therefore she cannot say her name, basically. And I thought, this woman puts a gag order on Wendy, but she's got dementia. So if she is, because the person with dementia, they're not going to remember things. But she has a gag order that she cannot, say certain things about her. How could that be enforced with a person whose mind is, gone? She's totally incapacitated, is what she said. Okay. So then also, since she can't say those things, she had Alex is there, which is her niece, and her niece also reiterates things and can say what Wendy cannot say. Okay, so in case people were wondering why she's kind of babbling, but basically, Wendy Williams is being held in a place like a prisoner. She can't have a laptop. She can't have an iPhone. She can use a landline. And for a person who does not that have cognitive issues, she can only call people, but they can't call her. Now, like I said, I'm dealing with an elderly father, and he forgets some things. And if he don't call me, I definitely call him, because sometimes I wonder, like, do you, ask him, do you remember my number? Because usually he would call me like so many times a day, and then it's a day that goes by that he's not calling. Then the next day he's not calling because I'm calling him, but he don't call. And I'm like, what's going on? Because my dad would call me 10, 11, 12 times a day. And most of that time is probably within the 2-hour span because he's bored. He's calling me, what you doing? This and that. And then when he doesn't call, so I'm worried that something happened. So in her case, she cannot have access to her family like that. And her family cannot have access to her. And everything has to be approved through Sabrina Morrissey, who was given Wendy's case, I think, as a present for giving money to that judge's campaign, allegedly. So that's it with Wendy. But Wendy, she still was here with the shits when she talked about Diddy. And I'll let y'all hear that real quick. I'm probably have to turn it up because I think this one plays low.
To see where Diddy currently is. What do you feel about that situation?
Hey, when I watch TMZ and I see the stuff that goes on, I'm like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden I see me on TMZ. You know what I'm saying? It's really weird seeing me on TV when I'm caught in this position. You know what I'm saying? The other day I was watching Cookout, and there I am in the first opening scene. I was like, oh my God. Season 1, episode 13, there I am on Martin. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Diddy will go to prison for life, people. You don't know things that I knew about Diddy back in the day, and you want to know what? It's about time, people. It is about time. Diddy done.
She said, Diddy done. I don't know why that is not recorded that way, but why it plays so low on there. So that's what happened with that. So she was speaking on Diddy and was saying, I know a lot of stuff he did. Way back in the 90s, you know, he had her fired from her job. He's supposed to have Toto come down there to beat her up because she said or put out, I think it was a fax sent to her or whatever, of Diddy allegedly in a very compromising position with another male, allegedly. And Wendy Williams was the first one to put him out there as being, you know, part of the alphabet people, which is nothing wrong with it, you know. But I guess maybe he wanted to suppress it or whatever, you know. And that you know, at that time, it definitely wasn't a look. Most rappers or anybody who's in the rap entertainment field wanted to, you know, they had to shy away from it because you didn't hear about no gay rappers back in the day or anybody really just gay in that industry. You know, unless they probably singing or whatever. But then, you know, they had that whole, you know, the transgender girl in the Notorious B.I.G. video, which I was like, oh, that was a woman. I didn't even, well, you know, a trans one. You know, you watch videos, never, and then it was the scene that was in the bathroom. We just thought, because, you know, back then, a lot of women used to say, suck my, you know, a lot of girls to say that. So who knows, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying it is what it is. And Wendy was having, you know, issues with Puffy because, you know, Wendy Williams was into it with I keep saying Wendy, with Whitney Houston, and they had a whole falling out on the radio. So, honey, they got pretty graphic. Them girls was about to come. Whitney Houston was about to come up there and do the pow, not pow, but the bang, bang, beat her up. She wasn't playing because you was accusing her of being a crackhead. And Wendy Williams told her she know what a crackhead looked like because she used to be one too. You know, she know it. So, honey, those situations there, look, I'm putting on just a little bit of something. And you probably can't even see it because of the way the lighting is in here. I don't know. I had it right 1 minute, then every time I go in that, who knows? Every time I go in the drawer, I mess it up. I'm gonna give me a better light. So then we have the guy from TMZ. He's speaking on it. And let's go to the tab. Let me see. So here we have the guy from TMZ. He's speaking about it.
Hey everybody, it's Harvey Levin from TMZ. I just spent an hour and a half on the phone with Wendy Williams. And I can tell you that the Wendy Williams I spoke to today is the same Wendy Williams that I knew 10 years ago. There was no difference. She was lucid. She was articulate. She was with it. and she was opinionated. I'm not going to get into the specifics because it was an off-the-record conversation. But she wants me to give my evaluation of what I heard. Charlemagne the God was on the phone call as well. And my impressions were precisely what Charlemagne has already said, that Wendy Williams seemed like she could have done her radio show today. There was no lapse in her judgment. There was no hesitation in what she was saying. And I'm not a doctor, but I am alarmed that Wendy Williams has had her freedom taken away from her. And I don't understand exactly why. Wendy doesn't have access to a cell phone in the sense that people cannot call her. If a call is made, it has to be from her out. She doesn't have a laptop. She can't come and go, according to her. And that makes sense because we really haven't seen her out with the exception of her son's graduation. And I have a strong opinion about what may have happened here because Wendy has struggled over the years with some substance abuse, and especially after her divorce. And it's pretty clear from the recent documentary where you see a vodka bottle next to her that Wendy was off the wagon. And Wendy is a substance abuser, but she was clearly clean. When I spoke with her, I know Charlemagne has talked to her numerous times, or at least several times in the past, and he had the same impression. And aside from the various pills that they are giving her there, whatever it is, she seems fine. And when the people in this guardianship she's under say that she is permanently disabled and essentially non-functional, I heard the opposite. I heard somebody who seemed with it, competent. It wasn't even close to the line. It wasn't even close to the line. There is something that needs to be addressed here. The file for this guardianship is sealed in New York. We can't see it. I know they say she has frontal temporal dementia, and she may or may not. But whatever it is, it doesn't seem it's advanced enough, at least from my ear. And I admit I am not a doctor, but I can listen to people, and especially in an hour-and-a-half phone call, I didn't hear an iota of that, of any permanent disability or somebody who was unable to function. So it seems to me that this needs to be addressed. Why is it that Wendy is under such tight wraps in this guardianship? Why is it, even if she were disabled, that people can't call her? Why is it that she doesn't have the ability to communicate the way most people do with emails and texts and cell phones and all? Why is it that she is in this home where there are a lot of people who are 90 years old and others, and she, was describing the house itself, and she wasn't saying it was in deplorable condition. She was saying that it is a really depressing environment, and she doesn't quite understand why she's there. So I think that somebody needs to come forward and explain, why is Wendy Williams in this kind of guardianship where her freedom has been taken away when she seems fine? And maybe let her out with a sober coach 24/7. And if that would solve any issue she has, at least for now, give her her freedom back. And if she does indeed have this form of dementia, and it does become a permanent condition where she is profoundly disabled, then reestablish a guardianship. But I have to tell you,
I do agree. But the thing is, it's all about money. That's all it is. It's about money, and it's about, you know, maybe it's a power struggle between the two, because you know Wendy Williams has a very strong personality, and that Sabrina is probably something, I'm about to show this bitch something, and this is what she done, you know, because there's no way that this could be good for anybody who's not, you know, that's got dementia. They got to be alone and without their family. That sounds ridiculous. So again, I say free Wendy and free all the other people that are in that guardianship. They talked about over 20,000 people in New York are under such a thing. And I don't understand it, but you know, when there's a way for somebody to get something out of someone, they figure it out. So we have to keep doing the hashtags. And there is a GoFundMe, and I still look. I forgot to even look. And the GoFundMe is because she does not have access to her money. So she's trying to get a lawyer, you know, which is crazy. Did you know they're not gonna let her get money? Let me get some money so I can get give me an attorney to get rid of you. No, we're not gonna let you do that. And she even said when she wanted to purchase a vehicle for her son's graduation of college, she had to ask that lady and get it approved. You know, the money that she worked hard for, that she got to go and ask somebody else to tell her, give her permission to spend on her own child. That's ridiculous. So we're going to keep on moving. Well wishes to Wendy, and hopefully she gets free. And that's going over here to the clown show. I think Snoop had to do his own DJing yesterday. Could he not get a DJ, or he just said, I'm going to just DJ at my dang old self and keep all the money? Because, you know, he's having that big old wedding for his daughter. So maybe, you know, maybe his money tied up. I don't know why he went over there with Trump. Other than the fact is they think a shoe about to fall with this Diddy stuff. That's something I can think of. Especially to be so bold about the things you said. Talking about people being jigaboos. What was that? About 8 years ago. And y'all canceled the hell out of Chrisette Michele. I ain't cancel her all the way because I still like listening to her music. But y'all made it so she couldn't make a dime after that. Oh no. She said she was just trying to bridge the gap. And her and them folks was angry. You know, us women, we quick to turn on a woman though. We quick to. I think Nelly should have just kept quiet and didn't say nothing, because I think him talking made it worse. And I think what is his name? Soulja Boy, he gonna be fine. Because he just is ignorant. So he was like, forget y'all, I got bills to pay. He said, I don't care. He said, so let's listen to them. I'm trying to think. So am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not sharing the screen. Let's share the screen. I thought I was sharing. Okay. So let's go to, we'll start with Soulja Boy.
They pay me a bag. Obama ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga. My motherfuckers are trying to say something about me performing at the crypto ball party. Did Kamala call my fucking phone? Did Obama call my motherfucking phone? Did any of you call my motherfucking phone. Oh, God. Fuck you, man. I do what the fuck I want. Trump called my phone. It wasn't even a Trump event. Trump wasn't even there. Y'all so worried about he performed, him, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. Kamala, you ain't even win. Obama, you ain't called my fucking phone. I'll suck my dick, nigga. Y'all want me to not answer the phone of the fucking president? Get this nigga the president of the motherfucking United States. Trump wasn't even there. It wasn't even a Trump event. It was the crypto ball for crypto. They paid me a bag. Obama ain't never put no money in my fucking pockets, nigga. Kamala ain't never put no money in my pocket. Y'all can suck my dick, cancel me all day. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. On my nigga, I don't give a fuck when nobody talking about what the fuck I want to do. And I'll go again. Fuck you talking about. Y'all can suck my dick, cancel me all day. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. On my nigga, I don't give a fuck when nobody talking about what the fuck I want to do. And I'll go again. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, though. Them folks did try to trick me, though. I ain't gonna lie. I 50-50, I ain't give a fuck, though. 50. Halfway, I was like, man, fuck this nigga Trump, I don't fuck this nigga. And halfway was like, nigga, the president. You feel me? But whatever, man. I don't give a fuck. But nigga, bro, the nigga wasn't there, bro. It was a crypto ball, bro. Fuck it. Pay me a bag. I got bills to pay. Until y'all gonna pay me the same amount they paid me. Fuck y'all. Oh, God. Oh, I need this bag. 50-50, chat. I'm gonna keep it gangster. It was 50-50. Like 50-50. It was half of me was like, I don't know. Then the other half was like, man, I need this bag. So it is what it is. If y'all mad, man, I get it, man. But hey, I needed the money, man. I needed that bag, dog. I ain't gonna lie, though. Them folks did try to trick me, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He said he needed that bag, y'all. So, price of eggs and milk is high. He said he needed the bag. And fuck y'all. Y'all should understand, honey. A dollar don't go like it used to go. He said he's not making them hits like that. Maybe he's not making them for himself. Maybe he's making them for somebody else. I don't know. I'm not, only thing I really know about Soulja Boy is I don't even know the name of the song. What is it called? Soulja Boy? Is it what it's called? Whatever all the kids were playing back in the day. My kids would make me Superman, make me you, whatever that song is. My kids was playing the heck out of that. They was probably middle school and high school or something. I don't remember. But yeah, he said he needed that bag. I think all of them probably needed that bag, to be honest, or wanted the bag. It was too good to turn down. And like he said, Trump wasn't even there. It was a crypto ball. But I don't know. So then we go over here and let's see what Nelly got to say about it.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the.
He said he ain't doing this for money. He's doing it because it's an honor. Let me go on over here and look at because I don't know if I clicked it or not. Let's see. I don't know if I did. I thought I did. But here's a guy. He's talking about it. Let him speak right quick.
It's also a dishonor to the Black community.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Donald Trump, the man who would refuse to rent to Black people in the 1970s, who tried to lead a lynch mob against 5 black and brown kids in the 1980s for the Central Park case, who refused to allow black casino workers to have a prominent place in his casinos in Atlantic City in the 1990s, who spent 5.5 years lying about Barack Obama's birth certificate in the 2000s, who came into office and then attacked black people like Colin Kaepernick, who attacked Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss for simply doing their jobs as Fulton County election workers. You dishonor those people when you go and perform for this man who has done nothing but dishonor black people. And just last year, he was calling Haitian immigrants, accusing them of eating cats and dogs. This is not somebody that black people should be associated with and pretending to normalize. We should be challenging him. And it dishonors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday we honor on Monday to celebrate this man. It's also a dishonor to the black community.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Donald Trump.
You hear that? You hear that, Soldier Boy? It's a dishonor. This person said he don't care, he had bills to pay. He said, y'all niggas get it how you get it. He said, I got bills to pay over here. Because you know what? They had the right amount of money. So then, let's go over here to see what Snoop had to say years ago. And then Elon Musk just clocked that T. Here it go.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself. So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump.
Oh, I messed that up. I should have had that play.
Which one of you jigaboo?
Oh, well, they probably strike me for that one. I forgot. I got too much into Easy-E. Yeah, honey. That's back in my day. But this that didn't age well, did it? Because he the jigaboo he talking about. And so this was someone says Snoop. Let me put my glasses on so I can read it. It says Snoop Dogg then. Anyone who performs for Trump at his inauguration is a jigaboo ass nigga. And Uncle Tom, Snoop Dogg to now performs at the Trump inaugural ball. Now they said it was called the crypto ball. So this is not really the inaugural ball. It's just one of the parties or whatever. Because Trump wasn't even there. They ain't the one where he gonna be dancing with his wife. And then so Elon Musk, he reposts this and then said the vibe shift is real. And then with the laughing, crying emoji. Snoop, they laughing at you. He said, I can buy him. I got enough money to buy you. And that's what I did. I bought you. So, you know, they up there shucking and driving for him. I don't know if Rick Ross had nothing to say, but he was out there, you know, the big meats, Larry Hoover, hallelujah. That's all I know. I don't know. You know, these rappers, I don't know too much about, you know. So then we got, it's a little bit of Diddy stuff. We got Dave Chappelle, which I think this is just funny. He talks about the Diddy parties. And he comes to realization that, oh, am I ugly? Let's listen.
Ah, man. I know anything about freak off. And they all look at me like. And they be like, well, how all these people you know was at the freak off, but she's the only one that wasn't at the freak off. And I thought about it for a minute. I said, oh my God. I'm ugly. That's a tough way to find that out. Can you imagine if you were me reading the newspaper and found out everyone in Hollywood had an orgy behind your back? Like none of y'all called me? Well, it really hurts. I'm glad they didn't call me though, because the stories that come out about it are crazy. I saw one thing on the internet, so I'm not sure this is true. Probably doubt it's true, but I saw it. Some guy who said he knew Puff was like, yeah, man. He's like, I was at the Freak Off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, with Dad from Family Matters. He was smashing. And I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding. And I was like, oh my God. Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there and I wasn't invited. It's worse than I thought. Or maybe I'm not ugly. I mean, look at my face. This is not necessarily a handsome face, but it's not an ugly face. But if you really study my face clearly, I have snitch energy. I look like I'll tell. The last thing you want to see the orgy is me across the room looking at you like. Leave Carl Winslow alone. I know anything about the Freak Off. And they all look at me like.
So, I thought that was funny. And it's so dark you can probably barely see it. But he said that he gets snitch energy and he'll be the dude walking around with the junk in his hand, basically jacking off, looking and getting all the tea, so he gonna tell. But yeah, I thought that was funny. And we're gonna leave out with a little bit of Dr. Heavenly. And y'all know, if you follow me anything, I'm a Dr. Heavenly girl. What you call them, boopies? I guess I'm a boopie. I like watching Married to Medicine as far as reality TV goes. But I was watching something today. What was it? I was finishing up watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. And something came on next. Some like... these people, they're about to get married. I didn't catch the name of the show, but it was good. They get married, they go and see a therapist, and I guess to get the family together or whatever. I don't know the name of it. Some fiance or something. I don't know. But it was good. So I think I might start watching this show because that was pretty good. But yeah, they have different couples each time. So, but Dr. Heavenly was giving some couple advice and telling us women what we should do and should and should not do. So I'm going to go over here and tell me if y'all agree or disagree with Dr. Heavenly. Here we go.
Good people. Y'all know I'm still a relationship expert, right? Sweetheart, do you have a relationship question for Dr. Heavenly?
You know, I got one. Asking for a friend now.
It's for a friend? Okay.
For a
all
friend.
right. I mean,
Strictly
whatever.
for a friend.
Okay, whatever it is. Okay.
So, if the man cheat first, and
Cheat
then
first.
you might, do a little 1-2, in after, I
Wait
guess
a minute.
you could
Who
say.
your man? I hope your man ain't on here, but go
Asking
ahead.
for a friend.
Okay, friend.
And you tell them
Mhm.
they can't handle it.
Mhm.
Why is it okay for them to do it, but you can't?
Now I know I'm real grown, y'all, and I have to teach these little girls what to do and what not to do. They don't want to be seen and all of that. Y'all know men are territorial. Women since the inception of time have been allowing the men to cheat. I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it is what it is. Men have relationships. Polygamy is rampant. In Africa, the chicks is going to Africa. Even in Bible times, men could have multiple women. I've never seen a culture, have we? You know of any? That a woman can have multiple men. It's just not accepted. It's not good. It's certain things you cannot do. So you have to act accordingly. And if you're going to do it right, you walking by, baby. If you're going to do it, You better keep that lie forever. You better not. That's between you, him, and God. And I don't care if somebody saw you, it wasn't you. You never say you did it. You hear what I'm saying?
You never say you did it.
Never say you did it.
So you take it to the grave.
You take that lie to the grave. Even that man, even if the man said you did it, he a lie. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You don't even tell him you did it, and that's the one you did it with.
Ooh. Ooh.
You don't tell that as a woman. Man, I'm telling you, don't tell it either. But some kind of way, y'all dumbasses get found out. Some kind of way. But to get back, you think you getting back with a man by cheating on him and then letting him know or finding out? That's a good way to lose your man. Now, if you don't want him, just let him know. You know what I'm saying? But to think that you're going to get back with him and keep your man, chances are, it's an exception to every rule, but chances are you about to lose that damn man, okay? Dr. Heavenly look real good, but this is Dr. Heavenly with some relationship advice, okay? I smile by Dr. Heavenly. Tell these little girls what to do. How you turn this shit off? Wait a minute before I start talking. Wait a minute.
That's between you, him, and God. Now, I concur. I concur. Now, if you try to do some get back and you leave them, then you don't tell them. But, I mean, you know, some people, you know, men, they can dish, but they sure can't take it, honey. They can't take it. They've been crying a river and everything else, and every time they look at you, you be every hoe that could be. So, now I wouldn't advise you if you try to, and it definitely if you ain't that did it, don't act like you did it, because he done with you. So, that's it. I'm done with my show for today. I got to get on and start watching some more TV so I can do me a live. I want to do a live on Love is Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Also, I'll be doing the live for Married to Medicine. I'm hoping probably Tuesday evening. I'm thinking Tuesday. No, it'll be tomorrow. That's right. And we're going to do a live tomorrow because it's MLK Day. Yeah, so we could get out there and teach somebody something about what we went through as far as civil rights. And let somebody know about, you know, Dr. Martin Luther King. The King. So we can teach our children because, you know, they're going to take some of the history away. So we won't be, they're going to go in and change the Department of Education. So whatever history that we feel that is important, it is a must that we teach and pass down to our children, and so they can teach it to their children. You know, so tomorrow's MLK Day. I'm part of the 92%. I would not, like what he said. What did he say? Fuck no. I'm talking about what's his name? Lil Boosie. But I would not be watching the inauguration. I'm not giving it no numbers. And that's the only reason why. The only reason why they done brought TikTok back on is because Trump wants people to be able to watch them, because they're going to be inside that rotunda or whatever you want to call it, where all them folks went there on January 6th of 2021 and went there and doodled and everything else on the floor, peed and all that stuff. That's where they're going to be at. That's where he's going to be taking his oath. And I think they said it only holds about 600 people. He wants people to be able to, you know, he wants that big crowd. He wants the numbers. You know, he wants to see that it's being streamed, you know, because he's all about crowd size. And I'm not giving him the no. Like Lil Boosie said, fuck no. Hell no. Not never. No. And that's why TikTok is back. And he's the one, I mean, Biden's taking the fall for it, but Trump is the one who started it all in 2020 back in that, I think it was the summer. And he was talking about banning TikTok. Y'all done forgot about it. This is all he's doing, but he's going to come back and be the savior. No. So, y'all have a great MLK Day, and I'll see y'all back tomorrow. And like I said, teach the kids some history because they about to take over these. You see how it was when we just lost TikTok for 9 and 12 hours. Was it 12 hours? And I'm not even a person who's on it. I only go on TikTok to make videos that I don't really post over there. I post it back on Facebook. I don't never go down the TikTok rabbit hole. I really don't. I've seen some stories on there and I kind of went through, but like the girl who sat there and told her whole life story on what was it about the man who, like, she was just dumb and she did all this dumb stuff. I can't remember what the girl name was. Went over there and she said she didn't even make that much money over there. It had all the millions of views because it took her a while to get monetized. And then when she got monetized, something else happened because I think she the ones that I guess that wasn't monetized, she re-uploaded them or whatever. Some kind of slick shit that they decided not to punish her for. But the lady, how did I don't want to say why did I get married, but it was some kind of long, was it 52 segments she did? I don't know. She was telling the story and everybody was into it. I never watched 1 minute of it. If it was a clip that came across Facebook or Instagram, maybe I saw it. But to go over there to the TikTok to watch it, no, I didn't. I went into that one. So, but I'm glad they're back up because there are people over there making money and that's their livelihood. But Trump is the one. He had them to shut that thing down early, and everybody had begged for it back. And he got his inauguration tomorrow, and he got it so it's up so people can live stream it tomorrow. And he's worried about is his numbers. That's it. So what Mark Zuckerberg gonna do tomorrow? What Elon Musk gonna do? So you got Mark Zuckerberg, the Chinese people who own TikTok, and I don't even know who owns YouTube. Hi. And then we got Elon Musk, the old X. Now I don't do Snapchat or all the other one, but I think I am going to do the black one. God, I seen advertisement for it. Beyonce Mama had put it up, but I think it's another social media platform, and I think we should be doing more black platforms. We should. We just like we go out because I don't know who owns YouTube. I just be on here watching. And I like watching this stuff because I get to going down all kind of rabbit holes over here. Because I've been on the one about the little girl named Naziah. But Naziah out of Detroit, Michigan, or some part of Michigan. I want to say Detroit. But I've been on there because I've been watching it on Facebook. And then I've seen some of the preliminary case on YouTube. Now I'm just getting it all up now. That's because they all in cahoots with each other. And just like the Chinaman who's over TikTok and Trump, they're in cahoots with each other. And then I didn't even know Cape Cut must be owned by them too, because I didn't know they was turned off till somebody mentioned it on Dr. Heavenly's live. The Cape Cut wasn't working. Or CapCut, whatever it's called. That's what I use to edit my videos too. I don't know how to do it on the YouTube stuff. But I'm talking about just making little videos. I would make the little video, go upload it to TikTok. I mean, and then take it back on over to Facebook, and now I even bring them over here to YouTube. So who knows? But I think it's called. Is it Rise? It's the black owned one. As you follow me on YouTube, I kind of jump subject to subject because that's the way my brain working. Like Wendy Williams, jump from one subject to another. That's kind of how women think. We got a lot of things going on in our mind. And that's what I'm doing. It's going subject to subject. It is what it is. But yeah, so we talked about Wendy Williams. We talked about Michelle Obama, our forever first lady, and happy belated birthday to you. And she said, I don't fuck with Trump and I'm not going. I'm not fake. Never been, so I'm not going. And then then we talked about Nelly. I didn't say much about Rick Ross, but we know he performed. And Snoop Dogg, which he should have just never said what he said. He probably didn't remember he said it. Because you know, whenever you put something on the internet, it's going to come back, especially you do the whole opposite. Then we had Soulja Boy. And I would put it like this. I don't mess with Trump either. But Soulja Boy, go get your money. He said he had bills to pay, honey. You know a lot of women have bills to pay. And they mess with get old sugar daddy, somebody don't even want to mess around with, Mr. Charlie. And they cry like, oh, girl, I want him to touch me. Oh, God, I want him to touch me. We seen set it off when Jada Pinkett had to sleep with that man, the old man that she didn't want to get the money for her brother to go to college. And then her brother turned out, the brother wouldn't even accept it. Remember, she tore up the check, girl. I would have never tore up the check. You would have suffered through that, honey. So there's a lot of, like Dr. Heavenly said, your mama then sold her soul to take care of her children. Basically, she would say people that did things because they needed money, and we don't know what everybody's situations is. So therefore, they are performers, and that's what they did. But Snoop, you just shouldn't have said what you said. And Nelly, if I was you, I would have never came online trying to. Somebody's an honor. I would have never even did that. No, just I did it because I did it, and that's it. I'm not even going to interview about it. I'm going because the more you talk about it, the more it lingers. I wouldn't have said nothing. Nothing at all. I just would have let it went, and that's it. And Soulja Boy said what he said. I got bills to pay, and nobody else was checking for him. And you seen that big, was it with 3 stacks? I don't even know how many hundreds was in that stack. It was a lot of them. So, but you know, because I'm not equipped with young folks lingo, so I don't know what half of that stuff means. You know, he had to get a bag, but that was, you know, a pretty big bag. Now he said, "Shoot, I got bills to pay. I don't know if he got children." But didn't the girl sue him for so much money, anyways? The one he beat up or something? Is that him? I think it was him that the judge awarded. Am I getting him and Fabulous mixed up, girl? I think it's him, though. You got to pay all that money to that lady that he beat up or something. I don't believe it's Fabulous. I believe it's him. Yeah. And I believe it's Soulja Boy. I believe it's him. You know, I'm getting the tall, skinny, or he look tall. I don't even know how tall he is. But I'm getting the skinny black man messed up. But I believe it was Soulja Boy that had to pay all that money. And then he tried to act like he was broke or something. But this happened maybe was it 2 years ago that the judge awarded the girl so much money? I don't know, but he said he got bills to pay. And ain't nobody else. So I just wonder who was the one in charge of the entertainment. And who was the one that said, well, we'll get Soulja Boy. They said Soulja Boy, not Bow Wow, but Soulja Boy. They might as well got, what's the little boy name that was out at the time? Oh my Lord, what's the little boy? Lil Sammy. They said Soulja Boy. And nothing bad about him, but Soulja Boy. Who was in charge of the entertainment? And then you know, I seen, let me see. I'm not even gonna dignify with it, but even Roseanne had her fat ass over there rapping about. They got a video of her and some white guy that's I guess a rapper or something. And she, I seen it on Instagram. Y'all can look for it or Google it. Roseanne Barr rapping about how Trump won. And it's ridiculous. And I used to love the Roseanne Barr show, but this is, I don't know. And then it's so funny because people always got to try to use our, you know, our form of entertainment try to she could have came and did a country song. Since they say Beyonce ain't got no business over there. But no, they did a rap song with none islands. I don't think I seen one, not black, let alone colored. I don't think I seen the speck in the crowd. I don't think I seen nobody other but the white folks in the crowd in that video. And so the video already looks racist. So I said, but I think I do want to leave y'all with Reese Colbert. Now that's my girl. And Reese Colbert, I should have did her before I did Dr. Heavenly. I was going to leave with Dr. Heavenly. But I think we need to, Reese Colbert, she's the girl. She's the girl to watch. And I like Reese Colbert. So let me go over here and let's find her. And she's talking about, oh goodness. Oh, where'd it go? She was talking about Michelle Obama not showing up. Reese Colbert, she talked about a couple different things. She talked about Wendy. And I thought she had one about, maybe I'm missing it. Girl, I can't see. Let's put the glasses on. What does this one say? Because Reese Colbert, she usually is on with Roland Martin, but she does a podcast too. And she spoke, okay, before we talk about Reese Colbert, I call myself trying to end, but there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about then, okay? So, we're going to do a couple different things here. Since I didn't start staying on longer than I was supposed to stay, okay? It's 3:03 now. Let's talk about this Black developer. Because I wanted to talk about it. We want to talk about the Black developer. We're going to talk about some of the things that the Trump people that are upset about the inauguration being moved inside. And then I guess there was a People's March. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I believe it was yesterday or Friday. And then we're going to leave with what some people said they're doing on MLK Day or tomorrow. So we're going to talk right here and listen to about this story about the Black real estate developer. Am I not sharing the screen?
I don't believe that. Rory, come on. Rory, come on. Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
Okay, let me go back because I thought I removed it from the screen, but whatever. So it was a guy who was headed home, and evidently this is a very affluent neighborhood in Ohio. And the guy was, I guess, driving slowly through the neighborhood. He said he was admiring some of the Christmas tree lights. Anyways, this white woman sees him, and she's walking with her two children. One is in a stroller, and the other one's walking. So they're going to pretend, because she's gotten nervous because this black man is in his neighborhood, that she saw him she saw him, so she got nervous going to pretend like this house was hers, like she's going to walk up to it. Well, it turns out it was his house, and he asked her, "Are you looking for someone?" Okay, so they go and ring the doorbell, but then I guess as he pulls in the driveway, she sees him. She takes off running and screaming, "Help!" Okay, so here we go.
And he came around the corner, and I was in the street. And so I come up and I pick up my kids. And so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home. And so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate. And he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope." And then he sat here and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said, "There's a lady screaming." And I'm like,
She got all worried that she's so.
Scared the crap out of me.
how?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you though?
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, "Are you looking for somebody?" Because I was pulling up out.
And I saw someone walking in our driveway too. And I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
What? She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with 2 kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, "Oh, it scared me," and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, "This is my home." You just said, "Are you looking?" And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, "Did I live here?" I said, "Yeah."
And you said, "No, you don't."
And you said, "I don't think you do."
it was obviously you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like I'm pulling in my, it's like I'm pulling in my house. Like this is not. This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, baby, go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Now, she is the one that started all this stuff. Could you imagine if the police would have got involved? And this man is at his own house. She's on his property. And because she got scared, because she seen this black man that she did not figure belonged over there. And you heard him say, this is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. So she talked to the wife, and I don't know, the wife, come out the house, and, but then she lied and said, because you could have told me that this was your home. And he said, I did. You asked me, was this my home? And I said, yes. And you said, I don't believe you. Y'all be careful with these folks, honey, because they about to really start cutting up again. You know how they showed their ass the first time Trump got in. So they about to really pop their shit now. Oh my goodness, they about to really pop it. So, there was people yesterday, I guess, did a march down in Washington, D.C. Here we go. Let you look at it. Hold on. We'll go and let me share the screen again. Because y'all be like, I'm sitting here watching it and I didn't realize I wasn't sharing. Okay. So here goes. This is the People March floods the streets of D.C. ahead of Trump's inauguration. Okay. So it's so I guess it's a freedom march or whatever, but I went down there before. We did for the George Floyd. That was it wasn't, I mean, it was about George Floyd what happened, but it was what was it? Was it 50 years or so since Dr. Martin Luther King had did his march down there? Was it the Freedom March? I can't remember what it was called, but Al Sharpton had did it. So I went to Washington, D.C. I think it was 2000. It was 2020 when we went. I'm trying to remember. 2020, that summer. I think it was August the 31st. it was nice. It was, I mean, it's hot. It was really hot, but it was nice. I mean, it was a lot of people there, a lot. I would imagine at least 100,000 people. It was a lot of people there. So let's look and see this here.
We need to organize.
So, you know, there might be a lot of marching going on. I don't know, but out of all that, here's some of these folks is upset here. Here they go.
So the inauguration is going to be moved inside the rotunda, and there's going to be a viewing party at Capital One Arena for folks, but nobody's going to be outside now. What's your reaction to that?
So we're not going to get to see it in person then. Is that correct?
That's right.
Well, I don't like it. I mean, we came all the way from Washington from Oklahoma, and you know, now we're not going to get to see it. We might as well stay home and watch it on TV.
It sucks. Let me rephrase that. It's not good. Yeah, it's actually something that we've been looking forward to for historical purposes and being a part of it. That's once in a lifetime. Absolutely. Made all the plans, all the arrangements to come up and be a part of this event. And all of a sudden to hear that it's being moved indoors, we're prepared for the weather. It's not a problem. It's kind of like a bummer.
It is, yeah.
It's cold ain't gonna hurt nobody. And we have farms and we don't get to not feed the cows because it's cold.
So the inauguration is going to be moved in.
She said, we got farms and we don't get to not feed the cows because it's cold. So let me go over here. And so, you know, with tomorrow being MLK Day, and we're all going to sit and talk about or think about what we should be doing tomorrow. And like I said, we should be, you know, teaching the children, because, you know, a lot of times these kids don't know nothing. But I'm going to share this tab. And here we go.
My African American calendar says that the only thing happening on Monday is MLK Day. My complexion did not get a memo about anything else. I just came to celebrate Dr. King. That's all. My African American calendar.
You hear him? That's all. That's all I'm doing. My complexion tells me tomorrow is MLK Day. It ain't nothing else. And then we're going to end up with some people instructing, well, you know, tell them what I guess just kind of tell them what they're going to be doing tomorrow. The Black Caucus is. So we're going to share the screen here.
Are any of you planning to attend the inauguration or are there specific?
Thank you for the question. I would guess probably not. However, this what we will be doing as a Black Caucus on inauguration is that it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And as we do each year on Martin Luther King Jr. Day is that we hold our own commemoration. We will continue that with our historic wreath laying at the Maryland State House. You're all welcome to attend. And also we will be at the Banneker Douglas Tubman Museum commemorating the work of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Huh.
Are any of
that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, commemorating the work of Dr. Martin Luther King. You know, he was a peaceful man. He wanted to make sure that we we're all, you know, treated the same and fairly. So I think I'm going to leave you with, let's see here. That's what we're going to leave with. I was going to try to do some funnies. We did the funnies already. So I'm going to leave with Reese Colbert talking about Wendy. Here we go.
Wendy, are you incapacitated?
Hell fucking no.
Free Wendy Williams right the fuck now.
I listened to her interview with Don Lemon, excellent interview. And there are two reasons why Wendy Williams is being held in substandard living conditions against her will, isolated. Racism and greed. I know that Wendy Williams ain't broke because there's no reason that these white folks in New York want to have anything to do with her except for the fact that she has money. They can get fees and they can get money and exploit her. That's number one. If she was broke, they'd be like, take a little broke ass home with your black ass family and be done with it. Number two, it's racism. We don't have to sit up here and make any kind of judgment on her cognitive abilities, on her mental acuity, which she seemed fine enough to me, certainly of sound mind to decide that she wants to be with her family. We don't have to make a decision as to whether or not she has dementia. These powers have decided her black family is incapable of caring for her. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's bullshit. And that's racist. It doesn't matter that she has professionals in her family. It doesn't matter that various family members have various income backgrounds, educational backgrounds. All that matters is that they're black. And they do not want to put her in the care of her black family because they're racist. I'm saying that and I'm standing in it. And that's why Wendy Williams is not free. And that's how we got to do what we can to say this is fucked up.
Wendy, are you incapacitated?
Hell fucking no.
She has spoken. And I concur totally with Reese Colbert. Totally. So we know that the reason she is in the situation she's in is because of the things she mentioned, racism and greed. So y'all all use the hashtag. Anything you post, anytime you post anything, everything I'm posting, it has nothing to do with Wendy. I'm saying Wendy Houston, Wendy Williams, but it's gonna still have hashtag free Wendy, okay? Because it's not right. It's not right at all. So you guys have a happy Sunday, and I'll see you guys, I guess, tomorrow on MLK Day. Goodbye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know I rambled on, but that's what I do. So the word on the curb is let's free Wendy. And y'all have a happy Sunday. Let me do like Dr. Heavenly. Can I find the thing? Let me find the thing. Good night or good morning, afternoon. Here we go. In, y'all.